And I'm in a city right now which is pretty hot from where we are coming. And to start anything here, we definitely need something refreshing. So come along with me while I grab my refreshment. So after finishing our project Reboot in Bangalore, I'm here in Ahmedabad right now, going to meet developers after a long period of 2 years from our various programs. And they have already started to gather here, battling 41 degrees, which is no joke, guys. And come and talk to a few of them. So Project Reboot is about reinvigorating the community spirit. We have been running community programs since long years, but COVID sort of disrupted a lot of things, and it was time to bring all the action back together into picture. So here we have gathered all our community programs together, the leads, the organizers, the people who have volunteered so far making our community successful into this event to reignite that energy that has sort of faded away but yet not, extinguished. We are done with all talking to people who are here. Now, let's quickly get started with our whole project Reboot Ahmedabad and find out what the ecosystem has to say our initiative. So all the crowd has gone inside, all our community members, organizers and partners. Now we are about to start a great discussion to figure out how do we actually reboot. So let's get inside and get the discussion started.
In case of offline events, we can interact with the students better. But in case of online events, just like online classes, we are not sure about that whether they are still connected or not, whether they are understanding each and everything or not.
One of the best part of doing the offline events are we are getting the next generation of the leaders. So like the offline event is the main, the crux, we can say that, where you can go, interact, learn new things.
The most challenging thing that came after COVID session, we are searching for a place for an offline event. We decided we'll do offline events. We'll go to some partners and we'll talk to them. So currently the response is negative. They are saying we don't want to invite someone from outside to our premises. So that is the biggest challenge that we are facing currently.
If we go with hybrid approach, then it would be beneficial for all of us. As Sir said that we are facing one use issue, that we have yet to find a lab where we can have a practical session that benefits us in online presence.
We recently hosted an event in Bangalore actually for our startups, and we saw this was our first physical event after COVID, and we saw an overwhelming response in terms of engagement just because it was face to face. But I also hear your point, that certain avenues, right, would need a very stable data connection, would need the ability to host a lot of people.
Hi, welcome back. So we had an amazing discussion on array of issues, from doing hybrid events, on what are the best practices that we found out while we did online events and how we adapt it into our hybrid events and go forward. Then on diversity, how do we make sure that several aspects of diversity are taken care of when we enter to this new world of hybrid. And the last but not the least, how do we collaborate in a much more cohesive manner, and how do we cooperate in terms of our events, in terms of our different programs that we have. Now in the next segment, Harsh and Prasad will take you forward while we speak to a few of our leaders, and I'll see you in the next city.
So today we had an amazing meeting at Ahmedabad, meeting the community folks and about Project Reboot. So what do you think about this meeting?
This was a great experience because after 2 years I'm meeting community members, community folks, experts as well, partners as well. So it was a great event. Two major things that I learned from this is how communities can contribute in terms of creating employability for their members, how entire ecosystem can contribute to create new jobs, give opportunities to all the members available. So those were two things. I took this, I'll definitely take back to the team as well and see how we can work on that area.
It was amazing to be here in an offline event after 2 years. I got to know about a lot of new things. The very first, I would say, I got to aware about the faculty program that I heard by meeting professors and students from Ganpati University. That was a new thing for me. Apart from that, from the students to professionals to entrepreneurs, the InnoCity people that I got to connect with. So the whole range, I would say, I got to discover about the network about from students to developers to entrepreneurs. That was amazing experience.
First of all, the main issue which the GDSA are facing कि ऐसा था कि we are the students, we are preparing for the industry, but पता नहीं है कि इंडस्ट्री में कितना प्रिपेयर करके जाए. जो मेरा मेजर डाउट था कि आई एम डूइंग कोर्सेज, मेरे को कोड करना आता है, बट आई डोंट नो कि मेरे को कितना कोड आना चाहिए कि मैं इंडस्ट्री के लिए रेडी हूँ. तो ऐसा इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट के साथ बात करके कोई क्लैरिटी मिली कि ओके इतना है तो चलेगा, या तो इंडस्ट्री क्या मांग रही है हमसे.
We as a GDSE don't know who are the GDG of our cities. So that interaction will be breaked tomorrow, today, and that's it for myself.
I had an amazing time reconnecting with the community folks out here and knowing about their feedback about today's event. I feel they are very excited about after this event, and it was my complete pleasure to talk with them. And Harsh, I feel today's event was all about reconnecting with the community leaders in our Google communities and rethinking the strategies, and of course the reboot that we are going ahead with. So over to you, Harsh.
Yes, thank you, Prasad. So personally, I enjoyed one-on-one discussions with all the communities, got their feedback as well, learned few things, how we can help them. So with this, signing off from this Reboot, see you at Reboot Delhi.